Social media had always been a part of my life, a way to connect, share, and stay updated with friends and family. But what started as a casual scroll through Facebook would lead me down a nightmarish rabbit hole, plunging me into a chilling true horror story that blurred the lines between the digital and the real world. It was a rainy evening when I found myself idly scrolling through my Facebook feed. The sound of rain tapping against the window created a cozy ambiance, and I welcomed the opportunity to unwind. Amid the posts about mundane activities and vacation photos, one post caught my attention. A photo of an abandoned house with the caption, "Can you hear the whispers?" Intrigued by the eerie image and cryptic caption, I clicked on the profile that had shared it. The profile belonged to someone named Eliza, a seemingly ordinary young woman with an affinity for dark and mysterious content. Her posts were a mix of gloomy poems, unsettling artwork, and unsettling photos that seemed to resonate with a hidden darkness. As I navigated through her profile, a sense of unease settled over me. There was something about Eliza's posts that felt too intimate, as if they were an unfiltered window into her mind. Yet, I couldn't look away, drawn to the raw emotion that seeped through her words and images. After spending more time than I'd like to admit browsing Eliza's profile, I closed the app and tried to shake off the sense of disquiet that had settled over me. I told myself that it was just another case of getting lost in the endless sea of social media, and that Eliza's posts were nothing more than a creative expression of her thoughts. However, the following days were marked by strange occurrences. It started with subtle things, odd messages from friends who claimed to have seen posts on my Facebook that I couldn't recall sharing. Then I began to notice that my posts were disappearing, replaced by unsettling images and cryptic captions reminiscent of Eliza's style. Confusion turned to concern, and I reached out to Facebook support for assistance. But each time I explained the situation, I was met with automated responses and generic solutions that did little to address the growing sense of dread that had taken hold of me. The turning point came one evening when I received a friend request from Eliza herself. My heart raced as I stared at the notification, my mind flooded with memories of her unsettling posts. A sense of morbid curiosity compelled me to accept the request, as if I was stepping into a realm of the unknown. Within minutes, a private message popped up in my inbox. It was from Eliza, her words a chilling echo of the captions on her posts. "Can you hear them?" The message sent shivers down my spine, a feeling of being watched settling over me. I hesitated, my fingers hovering over the keyboard as I debated whether to respond. But curiosity got the better of me, and I typed a hesitant reply. "Who are you? What do you mean?" The response was swift, the words appearing on the screen as if she had been waiting to reply. "The whispers, they're everywhere. They want to be heard." The conversation that followed was a surreal mix of cryptic statements and unsettling revelations. Eliza claimed to hear whispers that others couldn't, voices that seemed to emanate from the digital realm itself. She spoke of a hidden dimension within social media, a place where forgotten thoughts and suppressed emotions resided, seeking a way to break free. I was both intrigued and terrified by Eliza's words, unsure of whether I was conversing with a person or a digital entity. As the conversation continued, she shared a photo with me, an image that sent a wave of nausea through me. It was a photo of my own living room, taken from a vantage point that only someone inside my home could have had. Panicked, I glanced around the room, my heart pounding in my chest. The rain outside had intensified, the sound of it against the window a relentless drumbeat. I typed frantic messages to Eliza, demanding to know how she had gotten that photo. "The whispers show me things," she replied, her words chillingly matter-of-fact. "They want to be seen." My mind raced, trying to make sense of the situation. Was Eliza a hacker, a stalker, or was she, as she claimed, a conduit for the voices that lingered in the digital realm? As the conversation unfolded, Eliza's messages grew increasingly fragmented, her words devolving into a jumble of incoherent sentences. It was as if the very act of communicating with her had triggered something, unleashing a torrent of chaos. And then, with a final message that sent a chill down my spine, Eliza wrote, "They're coming for you." The words hung in the air, the weight of their implications sinking in. My heart raced as I closed the chat, my thoughts a whirlwind of fear and uncertainty. I reached out to friends and family, telling them about the disturbing messages and the photo. But their responses were tinged with skepticism, as if they couldn't fully grasp the gravity of the situation. That night, as I lay in bed, the rain outside continued to fall in a steady rhythm. The sound seemed to merge with the whispers that echoed in my mind, a chorus of indistinct voices that spoke of secrets and shadows. I tossed and turned, the feeling of being watched intensifying with every passing moment. And then, in the darkness of my room, I heard it, a faint whisper carried by the wind and rain. The words were unintelligible, a jumble of syllables that seemed to reverberate through the walls. I clutched the covers, my heart racing, as the whisper grew louder, more insistent. "Can you hear them?" The voice was Eliza's, her words a haunting echo of our conversation. I wanted to scream, to run, but a paralyzing fear held me in place. The room seemed to close in around me, the shadows dancing with a life of their own. As the whisper grew louder, I felt a presence in the room, a shadowy figure that seemed to materialize from the darkness itself. It stood at the foot of my bed, its form indistinct yet malevolent. My voice caught in my throat, my breath shallow as I stared into the abyss of its eyes. "Can you hear them?" the figure repeated, its voice a hollow echo. And then, as quickly as it had appeared, the figure vanished, leaving me alone in the suffocating darkness. The rain outside had turned into a torrential downpour, the sound against the window a cacophony that matched the chaos in my mind. I scrambled out of bed, my heart racing, and fumbled for the light switch. The room was empty, the shadows no longer dancing, but the feeling of being watched lingered, as if the digital realm and the real world had merged into a twisted nightmare. In the days that followed, I deleted my Facebook account, desperate to sever any connection to the haunting events that had unfolded. I reached out to cybersecurity experts and paranormal investigators, searching for answers that could explain the inexplicable. But the more I delved into the mystery, the more I realized that some questions have no answers. The true horror of that Facebook encounter was a reminder that the digital world is a vast and enigmatic landscape, one that can harbor darkness and secrets beyond our understanding. As I sit here now, recounting this chilling true Facebook horror story, I can't help but feel a lingering sense of unease. The whispers that haunted Eliza's profile are now etched into my memory, a reminder that the online realm is not always as innocuous as it seems. And as the rain taps against my window, I can't help but wonder if the voices that whispered to me that night were real, or just a manifestation of the shadows that linger in the depths of the digital abyss.